yesterday for a friend's father, and there was a very large crowd there, a lot of catered food, a full bar, a lot of memories being shared, and I didn't know many people, so I got to sit down and observe everything going on. The transitory nature of the way this world was built. I saw a show that was interviewing a bunch of people in their late teens and early 20s, and they were being interviewed about certain parts of history and certain significant events and people that were in recent history, say 2 generations ago, and they didn't know any of it. I wonder if it's supposed to be that way. I'm noticing such a shift in the thinking of the new generation that they wouldn't think of repeating the same mistakes because it's not in their consciousness anymore. The things that adults tend to be really fighting through at the moment with identities of people and identities of the historical significance of landmarks that want to be kept or taken away are so important to this generation that I'm living in. And they're not thought of as important at all to the generation coming up. Watching the US Open tennis finals last night, there were 20,000 fans, insanely involved fans. And the 2 men battling it out was Nadal and a 23-year-old Russian named Medvedev. The heart that went into this game from not just the players, but the 20,000 fans was insane. The involvement. But as I'm watching it, I'm observing myself going nuts over this game, and I thought, this is gonna be over in a half hour, and I'm gonna walk away and probably not think about this match again. But here I am in this moment, wrapped up in the craziness of each point and appreciating the heart that these guys had. They literally had taken their hearts and put them out there for all of us to see. Why does hitting a little yellow ball across the court do that? The answer for me is you start out not knowing that that's where you're going to be. You're not doing it for that. You're doing it because of the feeling that's created within you, right? Why did I fall for a month on my butt trying to learn how to do headstand without a wall? And why was I so elated when I popped up into headstand and stayed there for 3 seconds the first time? What I believe is that we're human becomings. We're not human beings. We're human becomings on a moment-to-moment basis. When we're doing something, not because we're trying to do it for anyone else, but we're doing it for ourselves, it's very different. That quality is what is going to bring all of us into a state of heightened awareness, a state of laughter, a state of confidence. Think back to the last thing that you did similar to that and how you felt. You always have that to go back to, that I can do it and I did it feeling. And if you don't have any of those recently, find something to create. It is in our very nature to want to keep expanding, more energetic. And for those of us stuck in a rut, and for those of us that have children stuck in a rut, or parents, or whoever it may be, good friends, and we don't know what to do, I urge all of us to do something about that. I had a friend that was stuck in depression, not getting out of bed. One day I threw off the covers and I said, "You're coming with me." And we went and trained to become dog walkers at a humane society at a no-kill shelter. She became part of that organization, and then she eventually moved away, and that became her career, is working with animals. And it became part of her life because that's who we are. We want to feel good, we want to expand, we want to grow, we want to contribute. I don't think it matters what we do. So my message today is hope, love, and action. That living as if every moment is a gift, and every time I get to breathe and wake up, it's a gift, and every time I get to hit the pillow at night and I get to hug that pillow and say, job well done. No matter what I did, if I did it in joy, if all I did was watch a tennis match that day, but I had so much fun doing it, which I did, then I feel great about that. There's nothing wrong with us liking to look our best and buying stuff and getting a favorite car and enjoying all of the material things that we've been granted here. As we were saying goodbye to my friend's father and hearing memories about him, we were celebrating the hilarious moments that this guy had with the people in the room. Because living life every moment as a full-fledged, aware life, vibrating with the planet and picking up on all the signals, being so invested in that tennis ball going back and forth over the net, because in that moment they had worked years and years to perfect that skill. And their joy and their determination had 20,000 of us, plus the millions of people watching on TV, invested in their love for their sport. That is a beautiful thing. And now, I've got to go get my kid. Namaste. Talk to you later.